Hi guys, I wanted to make this video today to show you the results of some recent finishing I did on a couple of terrain pieces, or a set of terrain pieces that I'd painted up recently. I used a tester spray lacquer. It was supposed to be a dull coat finisher on this most recent batch, and when I applied it, it seemed to be working well, and when I gather them up to cure here in the sunroom, I noticed that on a few of the pieces there's this white residue, almost like a waxy film on some of the pieces that seems to be permanent now, and it didn't show up on every piece, but on about half or so there's this spotted white residue now on some of the tiles that seems to be on there for good. This one especially with the flocking. I don't know if that had anything to do with it or not. I'm attributing this to some reaction with the paint perhaps, or perhaps I applied it a little too thickly and it's built up and formed this waxy residue. Again, hopefully you can see that on this piece in particular. There's like a white casting on the bottom three tiles. And so the pieces aren't ruined or anything. They just will have that white look to them. Now that they're sealed, I won't bother going back and touching up anything further. A couple pieces are fine. They don't have any kind of residue on them at all. So I think from now on I'm going to be switching over to the Krylon matte spray that has been recommended by a couple people, but I just happened to be in the hobby store and this is what they recommended, and so I went ahead and bought it. And so these are the end results. The finish is fairly flat. I mean, I'm happy with the finish. It's just that some of them have this little white chalky finish to them. So oddly enough, an earlier batch that I had done, I used a can of finish that I had that actually turned out quite glossy, and so I thought I would use my dull coat to try and refinish those pieces to try and take away that glossiness, and this worked out in fact quite well. I mean, hopefully you can tell, but I should have maybe left one piece for comparison, but these were quite shiny, and I've gone over them with this dull coat from Tester and the gloss is completely gone. It's a flat slate-like finish that I was hoping for, and again, maybe because it was just finish on top of finish, none of these pieces have that same white coating that the most recent batch does. So I guess that worked out okay. Worked out in my favor. The other thing I wanted to show you is just this most recent batch of tiles that I've done up. I had this can of what I thought was fairly dark gray primer kicking around, and I applied it to one piece, and primer is quite light. I went ahead and finished using it, but now that I've got it applied, I'm wondering about the color scheme I can use to make this look good. In another video I talk about how my group of players in my campaign that I run are going to an island of the Cyclops, and that I've used sort of like a sandstone color scheme to represent their culture. So maybe I can use these pieces for that. So maybe I can pull the terrain making community, the RPG community, to offer some suggestions on how I can turn these into a sandstone type color, or some other color scheme that could be of some use. Maybe these pieces become part of a room that's got some sort of ethereal look to them. I'm not sure again if you're picking it up, but it's a gray, but there's a bit of blue in the primer as well. So those are a few pieces that I'm going to be painting in the near future, and I thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.